What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video. And let me know, do you think Liverpool must sign a midfielder in the January transfer window to help us sustain the title challenge? Of course, we play Manchester City on Saturday at the lunchtime kickoff, and I'm really hoping that no more injuries are reported after the international break. So far, touch wood, I haven't seen any reports of any Liverpool players getting injured. Darwin Núñez is on fire, he scored another goal, or I think 2 goals in the World Cup qualifiers for Uruguay, so I really hope and I think Darwin Núñez should start up front. But if Liverpool signed a player like Declan Rice in the summer transfer window, I would be a lot more certain about our title challenge, because I still think there is a gaping hole in our midfield which Endo couldn't fill at the moment. And the Standard newspaper gave a really important update on Andre's transfer situation, because Andre still hasn't yet decided which club will he sign for in the January transfer window. So Liverpool are still in the race, but Fulham are expected to spend big on a midfielder and possibly sign a new striker as well. And according to the Standard newspaper, Fulham are ahead of Liverpool and Man United in the race to sign Andre, who is available for around £30 million, and he is now the starting midfielder for the Brazilian national team. Even though Brazil lost 3 games in a row, that wasn't because Andre has been starting for them, and Fulham are targeting Andre for the January transfer window. And also Wolfsburg striker Jonas Wind, who is having a great season in the Bundesliga. Marco Silva is expected to be heavily bagged in the transfer market. And I mean, if Andre goes to Fulham ahead of Liverpool and Manchester United, I would be really shocked, because in 2 or 3 years we would be signing Andre for double his price, or maybe even triple his price. I have a bad feeling about this. If Liverpool don't sign Andre right now, and some journalists like Neil Jones, the Liverpool-based journalist, is saying that Liverpool don't feel they need an urgent need for a midfielder, because yes, we signed a lot of midfielders in the summer, 4 new ones. Endo and Gravenberch apparently can fill those holes that were left by the departure of Henderson, Milner, Fabinho. And I think the Liverpool's midfield rebuild has been great, but it isn't complete. And I think Endo is not good enough to be a starting brilliant defensive midfielder in a title winning side. And have you ever seen a Premier League title winning side without a top defensive midfielder? I haven't, and certainly it would be really a miracle if Liverpool, with their current squad, won the Premier League title without a top defensive midfielder. Because yeah, look at all the other teams, they have better players in that department than Liverpool. I mean, even Tottenham have Emil Højbjerg, who I consider to be a better player than Endo. So that's why I think Liverpool are making a mistake if they pull out of the race to sign Andre. At the moment we are still in the race, even though Neil Jones is reporting that he would be surprised if Liverpool went for Andre. And if you enjoyed these videos, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you are new around here, and please help me being able to continue making these videos. You can donate via the thanks button below the video, or you can subscribe to my Patreon. It costs a few dollars to subscribe to the different tiers, and you get great benefits, additional content as well. Link is in the video description. Thank you so much for your awesome support. Fulham, according to their chief executive Alistair McIntosh, who flew to Brazil for talks to help the signing of Andre coming to Fulham, it looks like Fulham have moved ahead of Liverpool and Man United in the race to sign Andre. Maybe Fulham are more convinced about Andre's quality, and they are willing to put £30 million on the table for Fluminense. And maybe Liverpool are a little bit hesitant. They don't know whether Andre is the real deal yet or not. But I mean, Liverpool scouts have been watching this guy, Andre, for 18 months. So what are you not sure about? I'm not sure. What is certain is that the Fulham chief executive was at the iconic Maracana Stadium to watch Andre play for play for Fluminense, and Andre helped them win the Copa Libertadores ahead of Boca Juniors, and talks over a potential £30 million move continue as Andre seeks a Premier League move after the Brazilian season ends in early December. So let me know, what do you think about this news? Do you think Andre would still seriously end up at Fulham? I mean, if both Liverpool and Man United don't put in serious offers for Fluminense, then Fluminense don't have a chance but to sell Andre to the highest bidder, which is at the moment Fulham. And it would be crazy if Andre ended up at like a mid-table club like Fulham. I consider them a pretty small club in the Premier League, no disrespect to Fulham, but Liverpool and Man United are just not in the same stratosphere. Fluminense are in talks with Fulham and other clubs over a potential move of Andre to the Premier League. His signing would be a major statement signing for Fulham. It looks like Liverpool are out of the race according to the Standard newspaper, and they are looking at maybe centre-back targets. Man United have only inquired so far, and Fulham are also looking to sign a striker, Jonas Wind, who scored 9 goals in 13 matches for Wolfsburg this season, and also he has 3 goals, 3 assists for Denmark. So that could be a really good January transfer window for Fulham if they signed both players. Maybe Liverpool are thinking about signing the next like big centre-back target. Gonçalo Inácio is a player that Liverpool wanted to bring in the January transfer window and want to bring in the January transfer window. We were flirting with the idea of signing him in the summer transfer window, and of course Liverpool are preparing for a post-Joel Matip world. Next summer we definitely have to sign a centre-back, but maybe we will bring that forward to January. But I think signing a centre-back is not as urgent as signing a midfielder, and I'm not sure why we aren't doing this more often, to sign a player straight from the South American market, because we usually have a strategy of waiting for them to come to Europe, prove their worth at a smaller club, and then we sign them for a lot of money when they have already proven that they can handle the Premier League or one of the top 5 leagues. That's what happened with Dominik Szoboszlai, that's what happened with Gravenberch, Darwin Núñez, you name it. There are so many other examples as well. And maybe Liverpool would not to be too bothered if Andre went to Fulham, had a great season there, and then we can sign him up in 1 or 2 years. I'm not sure if that's a good strategy, because I think still Liverpool, even though we want to give playing time to Bajcetic and Endo, for Andre for 30 million I think is such a good value deal. I wouldn't pass up the opportunity. Of course we don't know exactly Liverpool's financial situation, and we don't know whether Jurgen Klopp really wants to sign a centre-back in the January transfer window, because of course Konate, Matip, Gomez, they are all injury-prone centre-backs. So I can see a logic where Liverpool would want to sign a centre-back instead of signing a defensive midfielder, even though I would personally go for a defensive midfielder signing. But of course it could be all a strategy, negotiating tactic. Neil Jones was briefed by Anfield sources that they are playing down the interest in Andre, which might mean either two things. Either we are really not interested in Andre and we are letting him go to Fulham or any other club, or we want to keep our cards close to our chest and maybe we have an agreement with Andre behind the scenes and we just want to strike when the Brazilian season is almost over, and then we can wrap up this deal very, very quickly in a few days. I really hope it's the latter, but you never know with Liverpool. But this is what Neil Jones said, and I want to quote him here. So there was definitely interest in Andre in the summer from Liverpool. Contact was made with his club to see the conditions of a potential deal. But then the signings of Wataruendo and Ryan Gravenberch seem to have significantly reduced Liverpool's need for another midfielder. And right now, Neil Jones says, I would be surprised if Liverpool were in for Andre in January. I mean, why would you be surprised? Liverpool still have a slot in their team available because McAllister is not a defensive midfielder. Endo hasn't really made the position his. Endo didn't put in performances so far that say he's undroppable. Bajcetic is always injured. He's still a young player. I will give him a lot of years to develop and grow. If Andre is signed, he could actually be our starting defensive midfielder in the Premier League. And Darwin Núñez, the La Pantera, was on target twice against Bolivia as Uruguay beat Bolivia 3-0, and Spanish outlet AS newspaper called Darwin Núñez unstoppable. He said the Liverpool striker flees his Bolivia and confirms his exceptional moment of form. Bolivian paper La Razón said the Bolivian team was surpassed by the best team in South America today. The eyes were taken by La Verde's top scorer. And there was an iconic moment of Luis Suarez replacing Darwin Núñez, and it's the changing of the guard, if you like. Luis Suarez used to be the iconic striker of Uruguay alongside Edinson Cavani, and now there is a new world-class number 9 on the Uruguay team, and Luis Suarez ultimately put it best when he described Darwin Núñez as one of the best number 9s in the world up front, adding, "I have to applaud and enjoy him." And Núñez hitting form at the perfect time is just great timing, because we play Man City in a few days, and hopefully Darwin Núñez will be well rested for the game, even though they played early morning, I think, UK time on Wednesday, so today, but there is still another 2 days. Hopefully they fly to Liverpool today, and there is Thursday, Friday, and then on Saturday there is a game, so there is 2 days to get back into the groove and into the correct time zone. Cody Gakpo also scored an outrageous strike from long range. He scored the 6th goal in the Netherlands' 6-0 victory over Gibraltar. Cody Gakpo fired a cross into the box that found its way into the back of the net. It seemed very clear that Gakpo wasn't attempting to shoot, but still his cross was probably overhit and went into the back of the net, and it was in the end a great goal, and Netherlands qualified for the Euros in style. And Liverpool have taken action to ensure that situation in September doesn't repeat itself. Newspapers are reporting that Liverpool have chartered a private plane to ensure their 4 South American players, so Alisson, McAllister, Luis Diaz and Darwin Núñez, are back in England very quickly before the Man City game. Because Man City played a Champions League game on Tuesday, the game had to be played on Saturday, and of course TV companies wanted the live time slot, so they picked the Saturday early kickoff. I don't know why they haven't picked the Saturday late kickoff, but that's probably a different TV station broadcasting that game, and the TV station who was broadcasting the Saturday early kickoff, they had the first pick, and that's why probably they picked the Man City Liverpool game. But still, it's ridiculous that the scheduling is like this, because Alisson played both games for Brazil. Luis Diaz played 171 minutes, so just 9 minutes shy of the 2 games. Darwin Núñez played 163 minutes and McAllister 135 minutes. And there is a chance that, except Alisson, all the other 3 players will be on the bench against Man City, which would be very painful, because Luis Diaz, Darwin Núñez and McAllister, all 3 start in the best Liverpool team when they are fully rested. Even though Jurgen Klopp will be trying to field his strongest possible lineup against Manchester City. So let me know, how do you see the game going in the comments below. I'm really looking forward to it. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.